Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm gonna turn down the sound to the game a little bit. Must be overpowering. How's everyone doing tonight? I see a lot of people are already here in the chat. Hey Dennis, hey Nanaki, hey Juan, Danny, Andrew, my man Jumping Bear, Flyer TX50, and Code 671. Saturday morning for you. You must be at least European regions or further then. Let me just adjust my camera here. It's a little bit off center. Oh, there we go. Oof, man, honestly, it was a dash to the finish today to be here on time for stream. So much so that I actually have 0 started up the game so far. 0 started up the game, so we're gonna be really starting from scratch, and I think the camera's being a little wonky there. Quality looks a little weird. Hopefully that's just YouTube buffering and it'll come back to normal in a few seconds. But I hope everyone's doing well tonight. It's been a dash to the finish to be here on time, but I'm here and everything's good. Hey Champ Dancer, welcome to the stream. We're going to be trying TUNIC tonight, and from what I heard, it's a hard game, so hopefully I won't look too bad. But if I do, it'll just tell us that I need to practice. I'm thinking about the Red Wings versus Canadiens preseason. I know the preseason started yesterday for us. Yesterday or before yesterday. I don't watch the preseason. I'll be totally honest. I don't watch the preseason because it generally doesn't give you a good idea of where the team's going. Like, every year I've watched the preseason, even if we've had a super good preseason, has no relation with the normal season and vice versa. So, honestly, I like to keep my mind fresh. I also bought half-season tickets to the Laval Rocket, which is the American League team here that's around here. So I'm gonna be going to see a lot of hockey games in person this year, which I'm super happy about. We've got like 12 games to go see, so that's pretty decent. It's not quite a half season. It's like half of a half, because basically you only get half of the home games. We played Monday too. It's very possible. I think we lost both games, if I'm not mistaken. But honestly, I'm the kind of guy when the normal season, yeah, it's cheaper, super cheaper. Like, just to give you an average, season tickets to the Montreal Canadiens, which is the NHL team, is about $2,000 per person for the season, meaning it's about $4,000 to have season tickets for 2 people, and we're talking about nosebleeds $4,000. Okay, this isn't like good seats. These are nosebleeds, $4,000, cheap tickets. And because it's the NHL, nosebleeds are like 3 stories up and you're super far from the ice. The Laval Rocket, for example, a half-season ticket is $400 for 2 tickets. Okay, so it's like even if you double that, but season tickets would be cheaper. It'd probably be around $600 to $700 for a season tickets for 2 people. But it's like so much cheaper. And even though I took tickets up above, there's only 2 stories in the building. And even at the top, you see super well. And actually, you see better. Because I had tickets at the Laval Rocket both. I had second row in the front. And then I had the front row of like the second floor. You see better on the front row of the second floor than you do on the second row. 67 USD. Yeah, Spitfires is what state? Let's see what we're gonna out you, Champ Dancer. Where is the Spitfire? I'm on their website, but they're not telling me where they're from. The WFU Center, Windsor, Ontario. Oh, so are you Canadian? Are you Canadian, champ dancer? Haha, no one wants to watch the Montreal Canadiens. Alex, man. Don't come badmouth my Canadians, bro. I'm gonna have to find out which, I can't remember which soccer team you follow, but probably Manchester United or something like that. That's like if I say, you know, Manchester United. Eee. Just joking with you, man. But seriously, so you're either you're in the States but really close to Ontario, or you're in Ontario, champ dancer. London, Ontario. Awesome. London. Nice. Nice, guys. Awesome. So I honestly, champ dancer, I didn't know you were Canadian. I thought you were American. To be totally honest, just I don't know why I assumed it. Most of my viewership is from the US, so I think I just was assuming. Maybe I should ask, yeah, because there's Londons all over. There's London, Ontario, but I think there's Londons in the US too. Yeah, London, Ontario is all wings all the time. Yeah, it's because you always talk about the wings, so I assume you were in Detroit. That's it. Michigan Metro Detroit. So it's closer to Bridge to Canada than actually in Detroit. I get ya. Because there's just a lake separating the two. So, you know what? I get it. Don't worry about it. Okay, so hey, we're gonna start the game, guys. So anyone who's here that's not used to the channel, that's here for the game, don't worry. We're gonna get to the game. I generally always start the day by just chatting it up, having some chill time before we get into it. Especially tonight, because it's most likely going to be a more challenging game. And I'm pretty sure Alex is here to see me fail, because I'm probably going to have issues, because I'm a decent gamer, but I'm the kind of guy, I've got to learn a game first. So it takes me a while to get warmed up. By the way, I'm going to New York City next week. So if the channel is quiet from starting on next Friday to, let's say, next Tuesday, do not be surprised. I might pop out a few shorts or something like that, but I'll be in New York City visiting the New York Nintendo store, among other things. So, yeah. I'm screwed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm screwed. I know. I heard Tunic is like extremely challenging at the beginning. Honestly, though, I'm more interested in seeing how the Switch version stands up. Now, I know there's already performance reviews out there. I know there's already full reviews out there. But to me, I want to see it. I want to see if this game is worth playing nonetheless on the Switch, because I have not played it on my Xbox. I have it on the Xbox. I have Game Pass. I could play Tunic anytime. But I did not play it because I had a super strong feeling it was coming to Switch. And I said, my first ever experience is going to be on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I just want to know, is my camera blurry to you guys? Is my camera, is it blurry? Because my preview on YouTube is blurry. I want to know, is the camera blurry? I'm actually going to put up a poll because I want to see. Is the image blurry? Seriously, because it's annoying me. I'm seeing, I was hoping it would clear up, and I don't know if YouTube did, I don't know if YouTube did anything to the preview image. Maybe they reduced the stream rate on the preview image, so that way, like, it doesn't eat up too much bandwidth. You're fine on your end? Okay, good. No, 62, some say yes. Okay. Obviously, we're going to get some yeses because sometimes perhaps your connection, perhaps my connection, perhaps just lucky it's going to be off. Honestly, I'm really looking forward to New York. I haven't been in a lot of years. It's going to be my wife's first ever time in New York because I'm going with my wife, just me and the wife. No kids, just us. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to eat some Italian food. But not a negative, probably a good thing. Yeah, I'm assuming, I heard there was blurry visuals here in the game. So we're gonna get started, guys. We're gonna get. You like Birmingham for soccer? So yeah, perfect, good stuff, guys. Hey, but so we're gonna have some fun tonight. Honestly, we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna try this out, and you guys are gonna help me too at the end of this stream. So for people that are regulars to the channel that like to get into the other stuff the channel does, you guys are gonna help me because we're gonna go shopping at the end of the channel. We are going to buy what we need to build a Game Boy macro. You know, you guys, I said we would be doing a special stream not in a little while, aiming towards mid-October, okay? But I do want to build a Game Boy macro on stream, so we're going to make a Game Boy macro live on stream, probably mid-October. But we're going to buy the parts tonight to make sure that they're all here by mid-October. Also, we're going to be reaching out to one of the sponsors of the channel to make sure that they give me the stuff I need for it, because they're going to be, I want to reach out to them for the case for the DS. But we're going to make a Game Boy macro. And if I play my cards right, we might even do a Game Boy Color mod, putting an IPS screen into a Game Boy Color mod, which is the other thing I want to do. So you guys are going to help me at the end of the stream. We're going to try to keep at least 15-20 minutes to do that. Definitely. If Stray comes to Switch, I'm going to play it. I'll be honest, though. I love cats. You know I love my Topaz. I love my cat. However, playing as a cat in the game, I wasn't super hyped for that idea. I'm just going to be totally honest with you guys. You know, I'm always honest. I wasn't super attracted by the idea of playing as a cat. Okay? And I heard it's more of a walking simulator than anything else. Like, I watched videos on it, I saw streams. Like, you do missions, it's a walking simulator, blah, blah, blah. Perfect. Oh, by the way, hey. Picked up my physical edition of Bayonetta. I didn't have the first Bayonetta physically. Boom, boys. I'm bringing this to New York. I'm going to replay it physically. And for my trip to New York, yesterday I picked up a used Switch Lite for my wife so that she can play games while we're on the go. I do not want to bring my OLED on the trip just in case something happens, since it's the main Switch for the channel. So I got a second Switch Lite. I got the purpley blue edition-ish blah stuff. So let me just make sure my filters are off, because the colors look off. Colors look off. Aha. Aha. That's it. Okay. My chroma filter was off from the green screen. But yeah, so I got myself a Switch Lite Blue. I bought this used from a dude that was selling it for a super awesome price. Got it yesterday, loaded it up with some stuff. But I also need some physical games to make sure. So I'm going to bring along Bayonetta and other stuff, and I'm going to bring my old Switch. Foxes are clearly okay. It's different. It's a Zelda fox. It's not that it's a fox. I don't hate cats. I love cats. You know I love cats, all of you. Alex is trying to sully my reputation here and say I hate cats. Let's get started on the game slowly. Switch to the view. Let's go here. Boom. So let's get started on the game as we keep talking along. I'm going to have to pay attention now to the game now. Oh, man. Seriously, I've got my pint of beer tonight. This is just normal Molson, whatever, 10% beer. Possibly. The developer used to work at Nintendo Life? I'd have to look who the developer is. I know what the company is, but I don't know if the person. So we are a fox. Movement, so far I have a dodge roll that is on the A button. Other than that, we can move with the joystick, and we cannot move with the D-pad. So I did start with the Pro Controller because I didn't know what to expect here. We cannot move our character with the D-pad, so you do have to move with the joystick. And I can see what they talk about the muddy visuals, because I did see some gameplay from the original TUNIC on Xbox, and I can see what they mean by muddy visuals. So there seems to be an altar there, nothing we can do for the moment. But it's like the screen focuses only on the tiny area surrounding your fox. But like, look at the rocks. Look at the rocks on the, like, I can't point to it, but if you look at the rocks like there-ish, you can see that they're out of focus. Obviously, most likely on the Xbox that might happen as well, but I think they're using the same trick as they used sort of in Lego Star Wars, where they only put the stuff in focus that's at the center of the screen. Lego Star Wars was doing that a lot. As soon as someone moved out of the like center area of the screen, the focus dropped a ton. Oh yes, I heard there was a new language here, so some weird symbol. Guess so. Do we get, is it too dangerous to go alone? Do we get something like that? So I can dodge roll into the barrels. Oh, a stick. L button. Now I assume, okay, so we can put the, okay, we can put the stick on the Y button. Now we can smack stuff with the stick. Now I'm assuming the game is in English, right? It's just the game thing. Yeah, okay. It's just the game language is in a odd language. Honestly, though, I loved the Link's Awakening remake. I loved it. I get what you mean. I know it was that weird blurry thing. I do find, however, it works once you get to the end of the game. I don't want to put spoilers out there, but when you realize that the game is something at the end, to me it makes sense that it's sort of blurry. And for people that know the ending of Link's Awakening, you'll know what I'm talking about. Because, I mean, overall, it fits into the overall storyline of the adventure. Hero's Grave. This way. Okay. And we hit the little thing. Yes. That's the dog barking his head off at the Uber delivery guy. Uber Eats delivery guy. So, my food might get delivered down here in a little while. Hopefully the cat doesn't run her way down. ZL? Why would I ZL? Oh, okay, ZL is targeting. Got it. But we have no way over there. So we can target with ZL. We can attack with our thing. L is to open up our inventory. It's pretty interesting though as a game. Like really, you learn everything sort of through the context of the environment. It's telling you stuff. You pop up on the screen. It's an awesome way of doing tutorials without having to put any text or any long crap. And I already took a shot from that blue slime. So he's a big boy. Oof. Is the blue slime gonna beat us? Possibly. We took a few shots there. Okay, we can see their life points when we target. More town. We can see town. Town is that way. Okie dokie. Can we make it through here? No, we cannot. So we have to find a way through these cubes, or we have to find a way around it. Oh yeah, jumping bears. Trey, you're in Florida. You're getting hit. Canada got hit by a hurricane earlier this week, but we got hit sort of in the not where I live, but in New Brunswick. My daughter's gonna deliver me my food. Do you want to say hi to everyone? Say hi.
Hi.
She finds it super hilarious. Merci. That's the middle one, by the way. For anyone wondering, that is the middle one. That's not the youngest. It's not the oldest. It's the one in the middle. Yeah, so you guys got hit by... So So are you good? Are you good, Bear? Honestly, it was pretty bad. Seen some trees ripped out of the ground and just got power back like 2 hours ago. Oh man, feel bad for you, my friend. Seriously. I might eat some chicken strips later, okay, guys? Might take a chicken strip break, but we're not gonna take one right now. We just started up. But we might take one a little later. So by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, who heard the French words, I live in Quebec. It's a French province. My kids majorly speak French, even though my first language is English. I do have a weird accent because I have a speech impediment, and I've spoken French because of work and stuff most of my life, so it's given me a muddled accent. Okay, so we seem to have just rested, saved. Let's just click that again. I just want to see if I missed a text dialogue or something. No, I think we just rest. We get our life back. Yeah, we get a saving icon in the bottom left there. Pretty good. Okay, so shrines save our game. So we saw that the town was to the left. Now we're here. Oh, the enemies come back though. Interesting. Now this looks like a key. It's funny because we really can't read the language of the dialogue boxes. I'm pretty sure this is gonna like mix into the storyline or something, but... Okay, so we get like a view of where we're going. We can... Okay, but what if I... No. Okay. So if we go down there, we've got like quite a few dudes to deal with. So I assume it's like a warning. Be careful before you range there. Can't really make that through that. So we're gonna go where we can go. Go up here. Oh. Boom. Big golden door. Near next week. Yes, sir. Honestly, I'm super annoyed that I haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles 3 yet. And I most likely won't have time to do it before I do my top 10 list of 2022. So, because we're getting into top 10 season, by the way, guys. Over the next few months, I am planning to do quite a few top 10s, like top 10 beat-em-ups. However, there is one that I'm waiting for to really try out. Jitsu Squad should be coming sometime soon. Or is it already out, possibly? But if I haven't checked it out yet, but that is definitely one that I need to check out before I do my top 10. My top 10. There's a physical edition announced for. Ooh. Someone can find that for me when Jitsu Squad is coming out, or if it's already out. But it's top 10 seasons coming up. But for whatever reason, if some of the major games I haven't had time to play, like Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I know I just won't have time to play it. When I'm going to do my top 10 games of like 2022, I'm going to give honorable mentions to the games I haven't played. So I'll mention them like at the beginning of the video, like these are the games I haven't played, but undoubtedly might have a place in the top 10. And then I'll aim at the top 10 that are the ones I've played throughout the year. Exactly. Like Alex, it's top time of the year. All YouTubers we know, when we get to October, November, December, and January, February, it's top 10 time. You know, and you look at the calendar, once you know no major beat-em-ups are coming out anymore, you can put out your beat-em-up list. When you know that no other major racing games are coming out, you can put your racing game list out and whatnot. And I am going to try to get more top 10 lists out this year than I did in the previous years, because it's they're fun things to do. Honestly, as a creator, you play a lot of games. It's fun because it's time. That's where you can really give your opinion on stuff and look back and highlight the ones that deserve it. So we hit those two things, we hit that, and the door opened. And this is weird. Like, I'll be honest, it's good. It's like an auto tutorial section, but like, it's a bit weirdish. I'm liking it though. Don't get it wrong. It's good weird. It's just weird. So yeah, I picked up Bayonetta. Oh, and I also finally picked up a physical edition of Tales of Vesperia. Now, the worst thing is, I was at the store and I'm not sure if I don't already have a physical copy of this one. That's how bad it is, because I'm like at over 400 Switch games now. So I'm not sure if I had a physical copy of it, but I was so unsure, and the price was so good that I was like, I'm going to pick it up anyway. And worst comes to worst, I'll have 2 copies. But I had Tales of Vesperia digitally, that I know for sure. But yeah. Yeah, you always forget something obvious like the number of years. Yeah, exactly. 540p is amazing, Jumping Bear. You know what? It's not about frame rates and resolutions and all that stuff. It's about having more than 2 games a month. Xbox. Sorry, did I? No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You know, when you have too many games to play, that's a good thing to have. I'm just messing with anyone who loves Xbox. I love all the consoles. My favorite is a Nintendo Switch, sealed forever. So this one's translated. This one's like, F you, bro. Not getting in there. So, where are we supposed to go now? Okay. So, we went there. We saw the little blue lady. Can we go here? Like, is there... I'm a little, let's go see if we can get into the... Oh, it's Y, eh? Yeah. I forgot the attack button, guys. It's been so long that we haven't attacked something. Okay. Aha! That was the key we found. Yeah, Alex sold a lot of his collection. That always hurts the heart, man. I feel you. When I sold my Genesis collection to start this channel, every day I think of games I had that I feel bad that I don't have anymore. By the way, you know, the other time on stream I tried to show you guys Battletoads Double Dragon. I couldn't find it. It's because it's upstairs with my Retron 5. I have a Retron 5 on like the family TV. If you don't know what a Retron 5 is, it's like a console that plays multiple consoles. Like you can play everything from Game Gear all the way up to like Sega Genesis, Super NES, even Game Boy cartridges, and it puts it out on HDMI. So I have one of those consoles upstairs. So when I'm playing with the family, a lot of games are up there. So Battletoads Double Dragon was up there, and Sonic 3. I was trying to find Sonic 3 that night too, and I couldn't. And I just wasn't thinking about it. It said it's upstairs with my Retron 5. So I found them. I found them after the stream when I went upstairs. But... oh, what's this? Beginning your adventure. Stuff we can't reach. Ringing the East Bell. East Force Heroes Grave Guard Captain. Ringing the West Bell. Okay. So this is a very cryptic Zelda-ish game. But come on, Alex. The view you showed me is freaking amazing. If I remember the view you showed me, passing to a 3 to a 2 bedroom was more than worth it. And I think you're right in the thick of things. I'm not gonna say where you moved to because that's up to you, but I know now you're like right in the middle of everything you want to be. So next time that there's like big stuff happening, you're probably going to be a lot closer. Okay. So far, man, it's pretty chill. The frame rate is okay. I'm going to give my impressions now because we've been playing for like 15-20 minutes. Not much has happened. It's an easy start. I know it's going to switch up like real soon, but still, I've got to say so far, yes, the graphics are obviously not what I saw on Xbox, but they hold up. Frame rate is decent. Don't know if the frame rate's locked on this one. I didn't look too much about the technical details. Personally, I would have locked the frame rate. Maybe they did. 30. That's where I would go with this game. I would rather go with like a locked East Forest. So if we look at our checklist that we saw earlier. Beginning your adventure. So if I hit the minus button, brings up your checklist apparently. We've got East Forest Heroes Graveguard Captain, ringing the bell. So East Forest seems to be the way we need to go. Let's do it. Yeah, exactly. E3, you're going to be close enough that you can actually go to E3. That is going to be amazing. And they announced that it's back for 2023. We're still a ways off, but... Okay, ZL target. L to move, I assume. ZR is going to be block. R is for using potions, and the other face buttons are for your weapons. A is for dash. It's fun. It's like you're getting like the game manual. It's actually, it looks like a game manual. Like what you would have gotten on the NES. That's actually a nice little touch there. I wonder what the currency... I don't know if we're going to get to shops or anything, but let's go look down here first. Oh, I don't know if this is where we needed to go, but we got to a little shrine. We're going to save it up. Oh my God, don't start with the ZR, ZR stuff, man. Do not start with the ZR, ZR stuff. Alex is on my side. It's ZR, not ZR. Alex is European, man. He knows the right way to say it. Exactly. Canadians, we speak more like the for a lot of things we speak a lot more like the Europeans. Okay, so these guys are getting a little more challenging. I didn't dodge, but I should have. There you go, dodge that. Oh. Oh. Took a shot again. These guys are shooting, man. Okay. So obviously it's getting a little tougher, but not crazy yet. Oh, and we've got another shrine. Pretty generous on the shrines here in the beginning. Imagine they don't want you dying too quick. The colonist way. My God, my man. Next thing, you're going to start insulting the queen? Is that it? Is that the next move, Jumping Bear? So we've got ourselves a little fruit. Okay, I assigned the fruit to X. I assume it probably regens a little bit of our life, but we'll wait and see. Target lock. ZL. Face your adversaries. E. Focus evade. ZR. Block. I didn't try to block yet, but we don't have a shield, so I don't know how I'd be blocking. Because it shows a shield, but... maybe a shield is only to mean block, and it's not actually that. Hero's Grave is this way. I got that, but there's like a ladder here, so I want to go up the ladder. Oh, dang! This guy be... Okay. I give up. Let's go back to the shrine. Let's charge ourselves up, and let's go try those dudes again. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try to not get ham-fisted this time. Ooh, shice. Oh, dang, we died. Okay, we knew it wasn't gonna happen in too long. So apparently dealing with these two dudes too much. Let's see what happens when we die. Man, that went from like easy to real hard like in 2 seconds. Yeah, sure. Bring me back, Fox Lady. I assume I'm not supposed to go there. But you know me, I like going to the places I'm not supposed to go. So we'll see. If it brings me back to the shrine... oh, let's go grab my body. Let's just get the heck out of there. Haha, dodge. Dodge roll. Okay, we're going to try a different road and we're going to come back. Okay, we're going to get some better weaponry. Can go under here. Is this where my sword is? I heard we get a sword. Where is my sword? Are you asking for real, Andy, or it's like a meme? Because honestly, Ocean Horn is not bad, but I'm pretty sure Tunic's gonna beat it. And it depends. Are you talking about Ocean Horn 1 or Ocean Horn 2? Because I actually like better the 1 than the 2. The 2, they tried too hard to do a 3D version, and to me it didn't work very well. Exactly. I agree with Alex on that. Like, you know, because obviously I can't not ignore that this game already came out on other systems, so I already knew that it's much closer to a Souls-like that looks like a Zelda. Okay. Let's just put it that way. It's a Souls-like that looks like a Zelda, while Ocean Horn is more like a Zelda. Yeah, 2, in my opinion, was a lot weaker than the first one for Ocean Horn. Like, they should have stuck with the more 2D-ish look to it, and focused on making great gameplay than trying to force the 3D, but making gameplay that just felt lackluster. Oh man, I got F'd here. I'm trying to dodge roll these guys because I'm like, I don't want to fight them. Like, theoretically, I don't have to fight these dudes. So we're just going to run. And try to get to... I don't know what this did. Because we're like basically one hit now, so... I'm honestly just not going to fight anything unless I absolutely have to. Oh man, our sword is there. I just saw our sword. And I think I just opened the doorway here to it. Can we like... I just need to rush through this dude. Oh, he can break the blocks. Aha! In your face, bro. No, haha. Oh yeah. Sword time, bros. Now we can beat the living crap out of these guys. Hey, Colin, welcome. Andy, welcome, by the way. To everyone I didn't say hi to, Danny, welcome to the stream, guys. I'm glad you managed to finally catch one of my streams. Chris M, Wild One, I did not say hi to you yet. Let me just go up. Tony, welcome to the stream if you're still here. Andrew, my man, thank you for coming. Got a little off track there. Juan, welcome, my friend. Think we've got pretty much everyone. If I did forget to say a hello to you, just shout it out in the chat. We just got our sword. It's action time. Probably still gonna die. But at least we're gonna die with a sword in hand. Why do I not have my sword out? There you go. You dead, bro. Yeah, don't mess with the sword. Or you're gonna get poked. Can we break the blocks? Yes, we can. There we go. Secret unlocked. Booyah! Now we just gotta get back to the shrine. And then we can go beat the crap out of those two guys that beat our ass earlier. Colin, I love your videos. I find something I like and then I put it on your list on your phone. Awesome stuff, man. That's the point of the channel, honestly. And I'm sorry the under $5 list is late. It was supposed to be today. I had to delay it till tomorrow. Had a killer day at work. I honestly just had to take my lunch break to chill out. Sizzle reel is already done. Everything is ready. I just got to record the stuff for like the main part of the video, put that together. Tomorrow morning, you guys will be getting that, the under $5 list. And make sure to check it out if you're a regular on the channel. We've got a sponsor, and it's actually a sponsor with a pretty decent game. I haven't played a lot of it yet, but I've got to say it's pointing in a super interesting direction. Finnegan Fox. You've got me there, Andy, because I don't know Finnegan Fox. Give me a sec. Or at least I don't know it by name, but I'm a visual guy. So sometimes if you tell me the name of a game... Finnegan Fox game? Is that a game? Yeah, it is. On Intellic... Is it an Intellivision game? Because this says Intellivision Amico. And it looks like a shoot 'em up. I'm not gonna lie though. If this thing wasn't on the Intellivision, it would look somewhat interesting. What does the fox say? I can't remember how that video goes, but I think it's something like that. Some weird Xbox corner. My man, Jumping Bear. I'm gonna read you it. Xbox corner. He's trying to diss me. Alex's channel does excellent Xbox coverage, by the way. But Jumping Bear is just trying to get on my nerves because I told him that his Xbox doesn't get games. How's Halo doing for you, my man? How's that multiplayer Halo for you? Quick question. How's multiplayer Halo going? Split screen multiplayer. But what you're drinking there, this is Molson Dry 10% beer. So Molson Dry, very generic, general beer here that we get in Canada. Most likely, probably you get in the US too, I'm thinking. But this is the 10% version. So rather than being 4 to 5% alcohol like the normal Molson Dry, this one's 10. It's just that. Rabbits, I'm super excited for Rabbits. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge fan of the first Mario Rabbids game. I love it. Every time it's on sale on the eShop, it's going to make my recommendations. I cannot wait to wait next one. Yes, it is a new Crossroads game, Alex. I don't know if you have that sponsor too, maybe for tomorrow's for a video. Ah, my man, we've got a spammer. Give me a sec, guys. Hide user. There we go. Okay, message is gone. You can go spam someone else. Oh, Colin, my man. Sorry, I don't want to... Hope it's not a problem for you to see me drinking, my man. I respect that for anyone who goes through that stuff. My mother-in-law is a recovering alcoholic. So I'm proud of you, my man. If you're sober for 6 months, good stuff, my man. Congratulations. Honestly, I don't know if you played it yet, Alex. It's actually pretty chill. You're building a pub, and there's a pretty decent storyline to back it up. It's like almost a Game of Thrones storyline. Like most management games, the only thing I've got to say, you know, sometimes the menuing can get a little heavy, but it's overall, for what I've played so far, a couple of hours, it's a really fun sim game. So I'm actually really excited for that sponsor for tomorrow's video. I'm excited for all my sponsors, but this one I really am looking forward to talking to you guys about because it's actually a pretty decent game. Welcome back to Switch Corner. My name is Alex. Definitely. Just like welcome back, guys. Welcome to another eShop Deals video. Where each and every week we go through the Nintendo Switch eShop and we check out some of the best games currently on sale. All the while staying under a budget of only $5. Gotta do our... You've got to have the intro, guys. If you do YouTube for a while, you've got to have the intro. If you don't have the intro, you're doing something wrong. People gotta know the intro. I don't know, Alex. There's a certain awesomeness to having like an intro. That's why I started doing the deep fakes. The deep fakes for me are where you get the variety in the intros. But when you get to the video, the intro is like, welcome back. You're home. You're at my place. You know what we're gonna do. Ah, I got what you mean, Alex. But to me, I'm like, if you're I'm welcoming you back because even if it's your first time, I hope you come back. I'm gonna twist that. I'm gonna do my politician game and be like, the reason I put back is because I'm like, I know you'll be back. You want to come back. Oh my man. Honestly, this game is super chill. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like... I don't know. I like the deep fake intros because to me, it's like pure fun. Honestly, to me, like the deep fake... In case anyone wonders, like I take them zero serious. And I hope everyone knows that. Like the deep fake intros are like just because I want to mess around and I want to have some fun. And... I hope my editing skills get even better and my green screen skills get even better because I have other things planned to push those deepfakes to another level. I just don't have the skill yet to do that. Now this guy's gonna beat my butt, right? Okay. Okay. I'm getting my butt kicked. What? Okay, he killed his own dude. This guy's like... Oh man, I needed to dodge there. Okay, I need to hit dodge, hit dodge, hit dodge. And now I know that he can kill his own dude. So hopefully... Where's the last... where's... Oof, we're pretty far. Okay, we're gonna have to get back to our body. Okay, we're taking way too many hits here. Okay, I can't die again. We're gonna... This is like a souls game. We're gonna lose our souls. I don't know if I go to the shrine. I don't think I'm gonna lose my shit. I'm just gonna have to refight these guys. That fight was freaking terrible. Freaking terribad. Welcome back to the future. Exactly. I had to find a way to twist that so that I'm like, you're... Because Alex was right. It does sort of assume that you've been here before. But I'm like, I gotta find a way to twist that. Gotta think on my feet. Gotta use my politician skills. I'm not a politician, by the way. I'm just saying that it's like the sort of thing politicians will do to sort of twist it to be like, oh yeah, but I mean, you know, no, I mean, blah, blah, blah. I do have a potion. You are totally right, my man. Thank you for telling me or reminding me that I have a potion. Actually, we could have gone down here. Is there interesting stuff down here that could have powered me up? Or is this just fighting like some random dudes? Okay. We're just gonna go check out down here because maybe we can get a power up. If I can get a shield, that would be like, that would be the nuts. I think we just went in circles. I think we are back to the East Forest. Yeah, we just went in circles. Awesome stuff. So we are going to beat the guard captain, because if we look, checklist. Can we go back? Checklist. Where's the checklist? East Forest, Hero's Grave, guard captain. We are at the guard captain. Then we should be at the next step of ringing the bell. My wife is going crazy upstairs because the dog is running after the cat and like she's trying to keep them quiet. I can hear her. I don't think you guys can, but she's going freaking nuts. And I do have a potion. What? There's like a delay in the movements. There's... What? Roll, my bro, roll. Okay, we got the little guy out of the way. We missed that hit. Oh! Captain, my captain, you dead. And now I hit the wrong button here. Okay. Captain's down. Grovel, you're always late. I'll answer your question, you're always late. Oh my god, another spammer. Yeah. Okie doke. Dealt with. The wife is better. I actually had a slight relapse this week. I started coughing. I was super congested all week. Was really annoying for my job because I talk a lot in my job. I talk a lot on the channel. I talk a lot on the stream. No problem, my friend Colin. Go ahead. Go enjoy some amazing Mario Kart. You are forgiven. Oh, we got another potion. Can we go anywhere here? Okay, we can chop this stuff down. Oh yeah, we can. We can make it back here. I haven't been chopping down the grass. Maybe the grass can refill our health. So far, the biggest thing I've noticed from this and like a Zelda is like when you hit these pots, you would get health eventually. You'd get hearts. So far, no health refills other than the statues. And I'm trying to be stingy on my potions because if this is a Souls-like game and it's not an auto-refilling like flask. Now, who thinks these barrels explode if I hit them? Because let's be honest, these barrels look like they're going to explode if I hit them. And if I die from these exploding barrels, I'm going to be super angry. So I'm like really scared to hit them. Do we bet these barrels explode? Let's try to find a statue. If we can find a statue, I'll then try to hit these barrels. Because to me, they look like exploding barrels. And since we haven't seen a statue in a little while, I'm a little hesitant to try that. Sure. You thought that too? They don't explode? Now, I hope you're not trolling me, my man. I hope you're not trolling me. I'm going to trust you. I'm going to go hit them. Let's go drop this rope. Boom. Now we're going to know if Alex is trolling me or not. We're about to find it out. I'm going to go hit the barrels that he told me you can hit. But, man, red barrels... Okay, but they don't do anything either. Okay. Alex was not trolling. Amazing. We can trust some of the things he says. It's only some, however. Red means go universe. I guess we're in the red means go universe, my friend. It's because so much of this game depends on like gaming tropes so far that you sort of know what to do. That I was sure that red barrel means explode. Oh, we can now one-shot these little slime dudes. Just so much better than the stick. Now we're actually going to be able to make it to the town, actually. So now, undoubtedly, we're going to have to backtrack to the town. Because the town, the only thing stopping us was the fact that it's a game that likes to challenge the norms of gaming. Good stuff. That's... Okay. Let's go. Now we can make it here. What does this do? Oh. Ringing the bell. To Mountain Door, to West Garden, to East Tower. Okay, we're here. We're like the little fox dude. If you look at the East Tower, like you see a little fox dude, I assume we're there. Oh, dang. So far, at least the aim on those dudes has not been stellar. So we've made it because the aim has been crappy. Cannot jump down there. So I'm wondering how we get to that chest. Because there doesn't seem to be... Maybe if we slash this. Okay. I'm gonna come back here. We cannot touch that chest for the moment. Got a little paddle thing here. Honestly, though, I've got to say, so far, my impression of this game, graphics are muddier, but I'm having a crazy ton of fun. It's chill, and I know we're not far, and probably the game's going to get a lot harder and all that stuff, and blah, blah, blah. So it's a little early, but it's definitely a game I'm going to want to finish. Like, no matter what, whether it's hard, whether it has its difficulties, it's, to me, it's already pointing in the direction of a game that I'm going to want to put some time into. Now, today we're going to play for a couple of hours, maybe 2.5. Thank you for whoever got them, Jumping Bear. Thank you, my man. Taking care of that. These spammers. As soon as you've got a stream that gets like 30 viewers or more, man, they just don't leave you alone. Tuning fork does not do anything hitting it. Okay. Can't go here. I'm gonna hit the stairs. Hero's Grave, we're back to the beginning. But we most likely now can open up roads that we could not before. Now I'd like to get to a shrine because I would like to save my stuff. Was this open before? Yeah, it was. That's where we got the stick. Okay, I know we're going back to the start. I just want to check if there's stuff that we missed here. Okay, we're going too far to the start. Obviously, there's somewhere in between that we can now get into. Chat 69. Honestly, it's always like that. It's always like that. They make their accounts. They know they're gonna get banned by like every freaking channel out there. It's crazy that YouTube doesn't do something like putting a cool off period to creating accounts. Like, honestly, just that would probably, it's not going to stop it, but it's going to put a dent in it where if, like, let's say you create an account, you cannot comment or whatnot for 48 hours, which would make sense. It's not a long time to wait, whatnot. And it would just make these spammers like annoyed to try to have to create these accounts, remember the accounts, and come back. Okay, so we sort of found a little secret spot. We got some currency, which we still don't know what it's used for. We've got a door we can't breach here. Now, I'm a little worried because I'm like one hit. This is the only part that's really annoying me, is I'm like one hit and I'm not finding a shrine. Or at least if I found one, I sort of didn't realize we were. Yeah, exactly, Alex. Like, there's so many things that they could do to limit this stuff easily without hurting the overall. Look, like they're back again. They created another account and they're back within like 30 seconds. So we blocked them. They decided, hey, let's make another account and start spamming again. Yeah, the Telegram scams are like to me it's really annoying because I said it, I made that video to say it's not me, and I'm glad you're going to do it too, because I think, like, unfortunately some people are less savvy about that stuff. And honestly, it's crazy that people have to become like savvy about everything to not get scammed. But to me, what really annoyed me about that is that it sullies the name of the channel that they're using. You know what I mean? Like, you've worked hard for your reputation, and there are maybe people out there that think you're part of the scam, you know what I mean? And that's why I made the video, because I want to be very clear that I'm not part of any of this garbage. And it sucks because me and you, we run real giveaways. Like, channels that don't run giveaways, I'm not going to say that they don't care, but it's not as bad. But for channels that really run regular giveaways like me and you, it is hard for someone to figure out, like, hey, did Alex just decide to run an extra giveaway and give away a Switch OLED or whatnot? I mean, most of the super regular viewers will know that most likely a Switch OLED, we'd make a big announcement about it. But that is what's rough. It's that they prey on like newer viewers that are maybe less aware of how we do things. Okay, so we can buy a potion. Or we can buy explosives. I feel like buying explosives. Well, we don't have enough for the potion as well, so we just found like a shop. Man, I don't know about you, but this game is like, although the visuals are cute and whatnot, it's freaky at the same time. Like everything looks a little freaky. Exactly, that, you know, and that's what I sort of said in my video. I'm like, because I don't want to put it out there that I might never give a Switch away. Like, honestly, I know, I think you, Alex, you're working on an OLED giveaway or whatnot. Like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen one day, and I don't want people to think it's never gonna happen. But it's not something that I'm gonna just randomly drop in the comments. Hey, I'm giving away a Switch OLED. Like, you'll know about it. It'll be a big announcement because, you know, we don't have 100, you know, we don't have 2-3 million subscribers. We're not a Mr. Beast. We can't give out PS5s randomly at Walmart. I'd love to, but we can't for the moment. So if I do give away like a Switch OLED, a PS5, an Xbox, I would announce it. At least I've got to say, exactly, you did one last year, exactly, and you're going to do one in December. I knew you did it before. But at least the good thing for me to be just, you Switch Query. Colin just subbed to your channel, Alex. Awesome stuff, Colin. Glad you checked him out. Alex does some great stuff over at Switch Corner. Honestly, if we were to do like, what I was gonna say is like, the good news is that most of the Telegram scams, they try to pretend I'm giving away a PS5. I've never done PS5 content. Let's be honest, guys. Why would I give away a PS5 when I'm a Switch channel? That's where I'm like, the Telegram scammers, although they're really smart in some aspects, I was like, why the heck are you telling people from a Switch channel that you're trying to give away a PS5? Like, if I was giving away a Switch OLED, there might be a higher risk that some of you might get taken. Now, I'm not hoping you guys get taken. I'm just saying, like, I was like, what the heck are you guys doing? Like, are you that dumb? Like, why would, like, you not even check what the channel's about? Well, they probably don't. They don't care. They just go by quantity. There's really, it's really, by the way, guys, feeling wise, it's really like a Souls-like. There's like a delay to the input, but you can tell it's a voluntary delay. So if you start spamming the button, it's not going to work. Now, what are these shell pieces? These must be like life upgrades, because you see I have 2 out of 3. So if I get 3, we must get like some kind of shell upgrade. Now this I'm going to equip to B. We must be able to use the explosives for something. Oh man, I just used an explosive like an idiot. And I'm like 1 hit again now because of that. Okay, but that's like a shortcut that we found. I need a shrine. I need here. Okay. We're going to take a shrine because I'm like 1 hit. Yes, definitely, guys. If you are enjoying the stream, please hit the like button. It does help out a lot. We're 29 in here. If you do like the stream, please hit the like button. It does help a lot to promote stuff. Helps YouTube suggest a video to other people, to stream to other people. So if you don't mind hitting it, that would be very appreciated. Thank you for reminding me, Jumping Bear. I'm not very good at doing that during stream. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm like not the best at remembering to remind you guys to hit the like button. I do it in all the videos because it's like become an automatic thing, but for streams, I'm not that good at it. I do have other mods in here. Juan's a mod, but I don't think he dares to time out Jumping Bear. He knows Bear is going to take it personally. But you're right. We need someone just to control Bear. Bear is like a full-time job, though. If I get a mod to control Bear, I think I'll have to actually pay him. He's that much of a problem. Oh my god, man. Stop hitting me. Okay, so we are sort of maneuvering in the right direction now, I'm pretty sure. It is a little bit annoying because these guys are... By the way, I hope you guys don't mind. It's a little slow moving tonight, but... Oh, Forced Anonymity, I'll also sub to Alex. Great stuff, my man. So we, yeah, so I hope you guys don't mind. I'm slow moving tonight because it's more about checking out the game, having fun with it, and like trying to push the content. Like I said, in 2 hours, I know in a game like this, we're only going to scratch the surface. So we might as well have some fun with it, take our time. Man, this cryptic language stuff, I think some of it gets decoded as the game goes along. Oh, we got some more explosives. But it's crazy, like, I don't know, the sort of undistinguishable language here is sort of annoying me a little bit. Not annoying me, but I'm like, dude, I want to know what this is. Like, you're trying to explain to me what the item does, but I can't read it. But honestly, the world building is really nice. And everything sort of fits. Oof, that came really close. Okay, it's not too bad, but that dude down there looks freaking mean. So I think I'm gonna try and delay him till we find some kind of shrine or something nearby, because he looks freaking mean. Now we can do something here. Oh. So we're sort of opening up the paths, because now we can go back here. I love the way, like, the world really is coming together, like... I have to get better at remembering where the shrines are, because I'm really sure that this game is like a secret of remembering where the shrines are, so you can open up the path, go back to the shrine, make your way efficiently back, like right here. Now we have the path open, so we don't have to fight through all the garbage. We can go there. Now we can confront the big dude. As long as we don't take too many hits. You foresight for you too. I would use some explosives on some of the doors and the pillars. So you think we can explode the doors? I will try that next time I come across a door I cannot open. I will try that, my friend. I don't know if you've played the game before and you're telling me because you know that's going to work or not, but let's try it. Okay, that did not work there, but that did seem to destroy that dude over there. Now these guys are pretty easy. It's 2 combo, dodge, come back, 2 combo. Okay. So we're gonna get basically so far what I've seen is that every enemy pretty much has a combo that you can deal with. 1, 2, back off, 1, 2, we're good. So I'm gonna try some more. That door didn't seem to open with the explosion, but we're gonna try some more. So maybe perhaps you already know the game, so I'm gonna assume that some people out here have played this on Xbox. Oh, he blocked us. Yeah, little. Oh, he has a shield. He's a different color. The blue ones have shields. Now this dude looks mean. Let's try and blow him up. He looked mean, but so far, explosion-wise, ain't too good. And we've got a key. Now we can go open up the door up there. Good stuff. Code 671 is leaving. Good night, my friend. If I missed the message, I'm sorry about that, my friend. Trying to keep up with the chat and everything, but I might miss a few from time to time. Sorry about that, guys. ZL. What? What? Okay. That's like an enemy, and I'm like 1 hit now because of that. That is a little that's a little douchey. That is a little that felt a little unfair. Not gonna lie there. Okay, so there is a door up there that we can now open because we do have a key. I think the door was over here. Ish. Yeah, right there. Let's use a key. Let's open this door. Can you regen my life, please, sir? Whoever's in here. That would be like really awesome. Sorry about that, guys. Okie-do. That did not work. You do not do anything. You do not do anything. But we can go back here. This does not do anything. Oh, my friend, we got a shield. Oh, yeah. Oof. Guys, I think I'm going to take a 10-minute break. You just said I'm eating the food hot, and yeah, exactly. You guys are like, eat, Rick. I totally forgot that I have my food like on the floor right there. I'm going to flip the switch, and I'm going to take a 5-minute... I'm going to stay here with you guys, but I'm going to take a 5-minute break to just eat a little bit. Got some chicken strips. Fries from St. Hubert. For anyone who knows Canadian restaurants, this is a chicken place. And I'm eating my food cold because of you guys. It's all good though. Before we started stream, I went for like a 50-minute like speed walk with the wife. We had some fun times chatting it up. I'll try to not chew it directly in the microphone. So, if anyone is just joining us, don't worry. This is not the stream. This is not an eating food ASMR stream. I'm just taking a quick break. Honestly, I'm used to eating cold, so it doesn't even bother me. And they're not like frozen cold, you know, they're just like sort of less. I know you tried Wild One, you probably said it a few times and I missed it. I never closed the poll, by the way. I'm gonna end that stuff. If the image was blurry or not. 40% said yes. Oh, that's a high percentage though. The one thing I would tell you guys is look at my camera, not at TUNIC, because possibly TUNIC is just blurry to a lot of you. Because the image itself is blurry-ish. Chicken and beer, definitely an awesome combo. The worst is I've been eating twice chicken in a row. Yesterday I ate some KFC. I almost gave you guys the French abbreviation, which is PFK. Bear, my man. $320p with games. I know I need help. Don't worry, my man. That's plan number 2. I'm almost done the chicken, so once I'm done the chicken in about 2 minutes, we will move on. You know what, though? We actually have quite a bit of time still ahead of us. We've at least got like another 35 to 40 minutes. I do have to remember that I need to keep like 15 minutes to go shopping for the stuff we need for the Switch. Not the Switch, but the Game Boy Macro. We've still got a decent amount of time in front of us. Quarter pounder with fries. I love McDonald's. Even though I shouldn't because I'm trying to work out and get back into shape. I freaking love Mickey D's, man. But I'll be totally honest with you guys, I'm a chicken McNuggets guy. I will eat a 20 chicken McNuggets in about 5 minutes. You give me chicken McNuggets, man, I will aspirate that stuff as fast as you've ever seen. Some chipotle cranberry meatloaves with roasted Brussels sprouts, sweet potato mash, and gravy. First anonymity, man. If your wife didn't already marry you, I would marry you because that sounds freaking crazy good. Seriously, I want to do some. I want to do a pork roast tomorrow with some pulled pork. I just got a new slow cooker. I already had a slow cooker, but it's like 20 years old. I got a new slow cooker. And I want to do some pulled pork tomorrow. I'm going to start it like at 6 a.m. And by like 6 p.m. it'll be ready. Bear, my man, you're not going to win this discussion. Because not only do we get games that are already out on PC and consoles, I dare you to name the number of exclusives that Xbox has versus the number of exclusives that Switch has had. I'm not saying the other consoles are bad. I said it. All the consoles are good. I'm just saying that if we're talking about quantity of gaming, and if you're a gamer that likes all aspects of gaming, like not only big budget titles, You can't beat the Switch right now, in my opinion. And like I said, I have the Xbox. You know, for you guys, you know, I have an Xbox. I don't have a PS5 for the moment, but I do want to get one. And I'm not dissing their games. They have some amazing games. But personally, I'm a retro guy and a new guy, so I like having a lot of variety. It's all good, Bear. It's all good. I'm just teasing. Honestly, like, to me, consoles wars is like the funniest subject on earth because there's no reason you can't love all of them. And a favorite for a person is going to be a different favorite for a different, because someone who doesn't give a rat's ass about retro gaming, obviously the Switch isn't for you. Well, not for you. Like, unless you're into first-party Mario titles or you enjoy retro gaming, don't buy a Switch, because you're exact. Well, I'm done the chicken. I didn't eat any fries, but at least the chicken's in me, so we're good to go. But we're so that's what I mean, that's why I laugh at the concept of console wars and which console is better and blah, blah, blah. Whichever console's better is whichever console's better for you. And for someone who doesn't like retro gaming and only likes like high budget first party titles, obviously, like, unless you're into Zelda and Mario, don't buy a freaking Switch. You're going to be super disappointed. What do these things do? How much do you want to bet we need like a hook shot type item to get to use these? Oh, we can go behind the... Aha! Another shortcut, my friends. We just got to our shrine back. We just got back to a shrine. Powered up, man. We back at 100%. Booyah! So we can go here. We can go behind this. Does this mean we could have gone here the whole time and I just didn't know? Like, theoretically, we could have gone there anytime, right? I just didn't realize we could. And because of the presentation of things, now I realize we can go behind that waterfall. This looks like a dinosaur tooth. Is it a dinosaur tooth? Perhaps. Whoa, these things came to life. Okie doke. So we have flying skull thingies. Now, which ones of these are going to come alive? Oh, we can go into the little crevasse. It's pretty crazy, man. This game is like crazy awesome about discovery. Like, everything has like a secret. Dark tomb. Okay, so obviously we should not be here because we can't see shit. Like, what? That means we needed something to light the freaking tomb, but you realize it way too late. That annoyed that I'm just gonna say that annoyed the crap out of me. Because that was a little unfair. Like, I get it, but by the time you realize you're not supposed to be there, how the heck you're supposed to leave? Netflix gaming. Bro, don't get me started with Netflix gaming. You know that Netflix bought Spiritfarer, and Alex can probably talk to you about this because I got lucky, and because I use like very small portions of trailers, it didn't affect me too much. But Netflix bought Spiritfarer a couple of weeks ago, and they basically claimed every video that had footage from the Spiritfarer trailer. So most channels on YouTube that put footage of trailers wound up having to deal with removing their footage from the Spiritfarer trailer, which I find a little douchey. Like, you buy a game and then you like claim the trailer footage. A little sucky. Oh man, we are going to murder this dude. He just made a mistake. He just showed himself outside of his dark ass tomb. So we cannot go here. We need something to light our way. But we did manage to get my souls back and beat his ass down, which is a win in my book. Can we just block everything? There we go. We can now block. I forgot we could now block. Obviously, most likely dodge rolling is still going to be the better option. And it's definitely the better option because I took a shot there just because I was trying to block. Got hot tamales. Danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Okay. There we go. Another guy down. So these guys, you just gotta wait till they attack, and you gotta... I wonder what these tuning forks are for. Like, that right now is my number one mystery almost. Now we can go up here. Oh. Oh. What's the hook about? Got another flower. Okay, so we've got some kind of hook. Most likely we need, once again, an item to interact with it. Like, it's crazy how fun this game is just to be walking around. Because let's be honest, for like the last 2 hours, we've just been walking around. But gradually, things are starting to make sense. Now, is this going to annoy some people? Possibly. Because if you're the kind of person that, like, you need directions, you gotta know where you're supposed to go. Well, yo, I shielded. Oh man, these turrets are driving me nuts. Twice now we got jacked by those turrets. The worst is we're pretty much getting to where we need to go. Now, I think we should go back to the turret down there first. Actually, I'm saying that, but I think part of me says we need to go get the souls I just lost. But another part of me says... because I forgot about the first turret that almost killed us that we didn't go back to. Since we have the shield. So we were here. If we go behind the waterfall. Okay, let's go get our souls back. And we'll go see that other turret after. Go see about that other turret afterwards. Now, these two are going to become bird thingies, right? Or... oh, is this the same place we went to? Nope, this is another crevasse that I missed. What does this do? Okay. This unspeakable language, man. Starting to get on my nerves here a bit. Okay, so I'm reading through the chat. I'm sort of catching up on the console war discussion. Honestly, I used to, like, I still play PC games because I play a lot of League of Legends. If for anyone who maybe has Discord and sees my status, I still play a lot of League of Legends, but it's more because that's a game I can play anywhere in the house because my Switch, I love playing, but sometimes when I want a controller and, you know, you're in a situation where you have to be docked because I need footage. Okay, hey, dude. Can you not? Okay, we're like, I'm gonna die again because the stupid shield dude, like, was just freaking annoying. Man, like, this sucks. I feel like I have to go all the way back. Actually, we have. Let's eat this thing. Boom. Okay. We use an item. I'm like, no way. I'm not gonna go all the way back. You're royally annoying me. Oh my god, am I gonna have to use something else? I thought we had another potion. Didn't we have another potion? Yeah, we have down here. We have a dragon's tooth and we have like flowers. What does this do? Oh, we have a flask with R. Is this like an Estus flask? Is it gonna refill? You know what? I should have been using this beforehand. Okay, we got our souls back. Okay, R is not refilling from what I can see currently. Oof, we flipped it down. Okay. I don't have to deal with that turret anymore. Okay, we made it. So the right move was to go here. Attack 100, 150, 200. Potion 100. So flowers give us HP. Defense, but is this temporary or is this permanent? If you seek to increase your power. Is this increase our power permanently or temporarily? Okay, I'm gonna use one of the flowers. Because I need to know it's not doing anything. I cannot use the flower. Need to make a potion, maybe? Okay, hold on. Let's reread this manual. If you seek to increase your power. Oh, we have to give them at the shrines. And we'll increase our attack, our HP. Okay, we're gonna try this. If we get to another shrine, which we should, because we should be back here and there should be a shrine up here. Yes, so we can increase our HP by 250, right? There we go. Booyah. Okay. HP 3. So this is how we get the upgrades. You pick up these stuff, you give them to the altars, and we get upgraded. Are we talking about a new Switch now? I haven't kept up with the chat here. Let me see. New Switch will be coming next year, guaranteed. We're talking about real stuff here, bros. Are you guys really starting the Switch Pro next Switch conversation? Because most people, like, I don't talk about it because I don't want to troll people. And, you know, those creators that, like, make videos on the Switch Pro's coming, the Switch Pro's coming. Ugh. If you want me to be totally honest, I think that before we get a Switch next generation, we might actually get an upgrade to the Switch Lite. We might get like an OLED Switch Lite. Like, if we do. I'm saying we might, okay? I'm not, no insider information. I'm just going off of, like, what does Nintendo generally do with its consoles? I would think that we would get a Switch Lite upgrade before we get a next-gen Switch. However, I do think that both things will come relatively close one to another. Meaning that, let's say we get April an announcement for a Switch Lite OLED. Let's just call it a Switch Lite OLED. I'm thinking that they would aim, like... Honestly, I do not think that 2023 is going to be the next Switch. Like, we might get like an upgrade to the current Switch lineup. I think if you were talking about the real Switch 2 or Switch successor, let's call it Switch successor, I am aiming at 2023. Why? Because Nintendo is going to want to bank on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 as much as possible. And if you launch Breath of the Wild 2 and you announce a new Switch before the next holiday season, you're going to cut the sales of Breath of the Wild 2 because people will say, let's wait till the next Switch. So that is why, if we get a new Switch, I am looking at 2024. I'm thinking we are going to get a full Switch successor in 2024 before we get... I just don't think it's 2023 because I don't think we are going to get a new Switch in the same year as we're going to get Breath of the Wild 2, unless they do a dual announcement that Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be playable in both Switches with a upgraded version for the new Switch. And by the way, Chris M, Switch Lite Super Duper Pro, Maple called it next month Shadow Drop. You know what? The worst is, Chris M, and thank you so much for the donation, by the way. It is super appreciated. The worst is, after saying that, how much you want to bet all we freaking get is like a Pokemon edition of the Switch Lite. Why? Because so far, apparently Pokemon means Pokemon edition of the Switch Lite. Pokemon's coming out November-ish? Pokemon Violet is coming out on November 18th. How much you want to bet mid-October we get an announcement for a Pokemon edition of the Switch Lite? But like I said, hold sales for 3 years, maybe not, but don't forget that most of the last gen Zelda games have gotten multiple versions on multiple consoles. Like Breath of the Wild, people forget that you can buy it for the Wii U. It also is playable on the Switch. It was sort of like a bridge game between the two. Even Twilight Princess was playable on the Wii and Wii U. Is it that? I know Twilight Princess is playable on 2 gens as well. A lot of Zelda games are the bridge games that bring in the new console. Breath of the Wild 2 could be that bridge game. However, they will still wait, in my opinion, at least a year in between the release of the game and the release of the next console, because they know that people that are freaking crazy about Zelda will buy the second version for the new console. Honestly, I'm not sure how much more they're going to put into Nintendo Switch Online. Not because I don't want them to. Don't get me wrong. I wish they would have Game Boy Advanced. I'm just, at this point, if you think of it strategically, marketably, how much is Game Boy going to the Switch Lite going to sell more Switches than it currently has? How much? I don't think at this point in the Switch's life, if you haven't bought a Switch yet, and you're not already into the Switch ecosystem, and you haven't subscribed to Switch Online, I wanted to do the upgrade for the flower. I keep pressing the wrong button. How much do you think it's actually going to get them more? More farming sims, definitely more farming sims. Dudes, if I make a maple syrup game, okay, because I've thought of like doing like a cheapo learning to code really quickly on like a game maker. But if I made a maple syrup game, you know it'll have farming in it, by the way. Because I love farming sims. It's one thing that I don't play a lot on the channel, and that's a part of what I regret. I don't play a lot of them on the channel, but I actually love time management games, park builders, and farming games. And I actually have a basic concept already in here that I would like to implement. About like farming / action adventure, Zelda style. And honestly, I want to, like, I know people have done it, but I have an idea to do it in a different way than people have done it before. I just can't do it right now with the talent I have. But basically, if we look at the base like concept, is that the only way you can progress in the game and the only way you can increase your stats is through the farming. And basically, you have to, like, when you go to dungeon explore, it is to recuperate new type of seeds that do not exist in the world yet, that you're going to bring back to your home base and farm. And once you've sort of beaten a dungeon and acquired a new seed, let's say carrot seeds, well, from there on, the stores are going to sell carrot seeds. Okay? And basically, as you progress, you're going to have to make combined recipes, and you're going to have to bring potions with you. And that's the only way you can power yourself up. When you enter a dungeon, you have to like drink the like potions to increase your hearts, increase your attack, increase your like resistance and whatnot. So basically everything is dependent on farming the elements you need to build the potions before you set out on a run. So if you didn't farm like sort of like 10 carrots and 10 cabbages and 10 tomatoes, whatever, you know, I'd make more original fruit stuff than that. But basically, you have to set out, and everything depends on having like your store of potions that you need to make your way through the dungeon. Honestly, I would love that. Like, where it really is like, if you didn't make your way through the dungeon, you didn't farm enough. So you gotta farm some more to make your way through the dungeon. Anyway, stuff like that. I would love to get that going, but you know. Cult of the Lamb is a really good one. By the way, even with all the bugs it had at the beginning, I finished it in about 3 or 4 days. So let me tell you, when I push my way through a game that like at least 3 or 4 runs actually ended because of a bug in the game, and I still finished it, that's because the game is freaking good. Yes, I did enjoy Sakura Rice and Ruin. Thank you, Champ Dancer. It is a little bit like the closest game I can think of nowadays that actually works like that is Sakura Rice and Ruin. But obviously, like, I'm talking very high level for the concept. I've got deeper ideas, but obviously I would want it different. Self-sufficient for years. You're probably right, Andy. Okay, hey guys, you know what? What we're gonna do now, because it's 10 after 8, we're about getting to the end. We're gonna start looking at shopping for the stuff we need for our macro. I would have liked to get to a boss, but I have no idea how far we are from a boss. And that means that basically, honestly though, I'll tell you what I heard about the game from other reviewers that I spoke to. Apparently, some of the boss fights does have frame drops. So as you could see here, the graphics are muddy, but so far for the moment, we didn't really have any frame drops. But apparently, when you get to some of the crazier, bigger boss fights, there are some frame drops. However, it's most likely things that can be patched out with a little bit of time. But nonetheless, if you're into action adventuring, you like Souls-like combat. So if you are only a Zelda fan that does not like Souls-like combat, do not go and pick up Tunic and expect a pure Zelda-like, because like you saw, it's more about adventuring. Like, I would almost say that this is closer to like an Elden Ring type of adventure where you can sort of go wherever and you got to find your way to a Zelda-like. But at the same time, because it has that isometric view, and the fox obviously is wearing a green tunic with a sword and a shield, meh, you're gonna get that Zelda-like feeling nonetheless. But yeah. So hopefully you guys saw a little bit of what this game has to offer. I will definitely be playing it more. If I have not finished it before next week, I'm bringing it to New York, and I'm gonna finish it because I'm gonna have like 4 days in New York, where I'm going to have at least 6 to 7 hours a day of prime gaming time for like the longest time I've wanted that. So even if I don't do content for those 4 days, by the way, I'll come back and I will have a ton of content. But while we're waiting for that, let's switch to our stream 2. I will definitely put Chris M as the top donator of the stream, by the way. Let me just get that done. Chris M, my man. Oops. There we go. Okay. Now, let me just get Boxy Pixel here up on screen. Amazon.com. Let me just get the right stuff on the screen. Put the other stuff. No, what we'll do is we'll do this. We will put only the stuff we need here. Okie doke, what's bad behind here? We can put that down. Sorry guys, I'm just getting the stream ready for me to be able to show you guys the proper things we need to see. Freeze Relegado, that's gone. There we go. So I'm just going to pop the chat back up. So we are now at the shopping section of our stream tonight. GoFundMe for Rick's Farming Sim. Bro, I'd have to find first like a developer, or I'd have to get myself good enough in it. But honestly, as in everything I'm going to talk about, time is the issue. Like, I wish I had 4 times more time than I have. But already, like, I want to... Number one, I want to get back to producing more videos, because the last few months have been really rough from the family/work side, like outside of YouTube. So if there's been slightly less videos, it's honestly just because work/family. I'm burning the candle at both ends, so I'm trying to get stuff going, and like I'm super motivated, but then I get hit with reality and I have to cut back on the videos. But hopefully everything will keep up. But yes, so we want to build a Game Boy macro. First of all, no, I cannot write code, which is why for the moment I need to use programs that basically do the coding for you. But I would like to get there, Andrew. Or I would like to partner with someone that could do it. But for the moment, I'm looking at programs that mostly writes the code for you. But I know that it's probably not the best way to make a game, by the way. I know it's not. But nonetheless, we're going to look at what we can do. Okay. So, DS Lite macro. So, first of all, maybe just to make sure before we get started, to know what a DS Lite macro is, because I do have some. I've already built some, by the way. I'll switch to a bigger view first, okay? Because we will look at what a DS Lite macro is. For people who have been here on the stream often, I've probably already shown you in the past what a DS Lite macro is. Give me just a sec. Okie doke. Okay. So, for someone who's never... this is a DS Lite, right? Okay. Basically, the most frequent problem with DS Lites, like this one has, is that the top screen gets broken. Like, if you see here, the hinge is dropping automatically. That's because the top screen is broken here. In reality, it could be a pretty easy fix, because if the only thing that's broken is the cable that's here, because there's basically a flexible cable here that is passing right here inside the screen, connecting the two screens together. Theoretically, you could just replace that cable, and theoretically, you could fix this very quickly, which I've done multiple times. And actually, there was a game in here. The person who sold it to me forgot that there was a game in it. It's called Puzzle Quest 2. No idea what it is. But the point being that this has a broken top screen, or a non-functioning top screen. However, what a DS Lite can also do is play Game Boy Advance games here at the bottom. And for anyone who's played Game Boy Advance games, you only need one of the two screens to play a Game Boy Advance game. Now, you can tell the DS you want to use the bottom screen, which is what you do when we're looking at doing the mod that we're doing, that I want to do today. So basically what you do is you chop off the top screen and you turn your DS Lite into a Game Boy Advanced, basically. However, a Game Boy Advance that can only play Game Boy Advanced, by the way. You can't play the old Game Boy, and you can't play Game Boy Color. And ultimately, normally what you end up with is something like this. this is what's called a DS Lite macro, which is basically like what I said. You cut off the screen and you turn this into a Game Boy Advance. So I put a Game Boy Advance cartridge in here, and I can play a Game Boy Advanced with a backlit screen, fully, completely awesome. Okay? And like if I take a Game Boy Advance game, it's been a little annoying. So we'll take a super cheap game, Pokemon Emerald. I'm just joking. We pop that in there. We start her up. My God, what's wrong? It's not reading my cart. Haven't played in a couple of months. Oh my God, the Game Boy sleeve reader's going bad. This is why I want to build a new one, by the way, because this one's been starting to give me a few issues, and I was hoping it wouldn't do it on stream. Let me just try a different game, because sometimes the Pokemon game can be a little rough. Sword of Mana. Let's try a different game. Just want to see if it's the game or the unit. Ah, yeah. Here. So I'm going to check my Pokemon game later, but it's been a little rough right now. But basically, you can basically play a Game Boy Advance game on a Nintendo DS, and it looks basically like a backlit Game Boy Advance. It has a format that resembles a lot like the original Game Boy Advance, but the screen is backlit. And generally, this can be a lot cheaper than actually backliting a Game Boy Advanced. Okay? Or it's right now, if we do it the way I want to do it, it's actually going to be pretty similar in price. But basically, personally, if you want to play Game Boy Advance, this is one of the best ways to do it with one of the best qualities, in my opinion, other than putting an IPS screen in an old school Game Boy Advance, or which is something like this, which I've done that mod as well. So if you look at my Bulbasaur Game Boy Advanced here, I've done that as well. I've put an IPS screen in a Game Boy Advanced. So if we turn this off, like the closest thing you can get to this is the IPS mod of a actual Game Boy Advanced. These, in my opinion, if you're looking at playing Game Boy Advance with the best quality possible, these are the two mods you're going to be looking at. You're actually going to look at a Game Boy Macro or this. The advantage of doing this is this still plays old school Game Boy, and it still plays... Yeah, exactly. As Alex says, if you want to be totally baller and you want to spend about $200 to $300, you can also get the Analog Pocket. But you're not as cool as doing it yourself. You're not as cool as actually modding a console yourself. So this is the IPS mod for the Game Boy Advanced. Now, it's maybe not showing off super nice on the camera because there's too much lighting in the room. The light's super hardcore in here. So it's sort of dimming the screen down. But trust me, when you're looking at this, you're looking at a full IPS screen. It is super well lit. If you're doing it with like a normal mod here and you don't mind about it being less aesthetic, because I actually here, I used car modding parts to, you can't tell that there used to be hinges here. So I like sanded it down, repainted the shell and all that. Ton of work. Well, we're going to do something even better today. Because Boxy Pixel now, and this is why I wanted to do this mod again. Yeah, I know it has Game Gear Neo Geo Pocket, I know. I know, my friend. Trust me, Analog Pocket is one of the things I do want to get. It's just, like, honestly, number one, I missed the pre-orders. And it's not easy to get. You have a cracked screen on your Game Boy Advance. Honestly, there's two things you can do, Cham Dancer. If you don't want the backlit, it's actually super cheap to find a replacement screen. They're generally about $10 on a lot of modding sites. And it's not that hard of a swap if you're going for the same screen as you had in your Game Boy Advance. Number two, if you want to do the upgrade right away, it'll cost you about $80 maybe total for all the parts. But you can do an upgrade to an IPS screen. But don't throw out your Game Boy Advance even if it has a cracked screen. It is still very moddable, very good. The screen is one of the easiest parts to change out. Yeah, the Pocket, that's the biggest thing. It's like expensive. But okay, so we're gonna get back to what we were shopping for. So let me just re-switch the view quick. So now we know what we're looking at, what our goal is. The reason why, however, I want to redo the mod is that now, rather than having to go through, because by the way, repainting and modding this front plate is about 5 to 6 hours of work. It's a shitload of work, okay, for a front plate to your device. Well, Boxy Pixel now makes machined aluminum front plates for Game Boy macros. And on top of it, rather than having 4 buttons, we're only going to have the 2 buttons that the Game Boy Advance needs. Now, I could have blocked them out on this myself, but it's even better if you have it already with just 2. So what I want to do is I want to get a front plate like this. We have a variety of colors we can choose from. We have gold, red, silver, blue, gold, purple. Black is out of stock. So we'll have to choose one of these. And then basically, I also want to do it with the mod because you have to solder for this mod, but I used to solder a chip, but we will go to retro modding that they now have a modding board that actually makes the audio better. Because previously, I had to drill holes in the back of the shell for the audio to come out of the back. Well, the new shells here has the audio coming out of the top left. But to make that work room-wise within the mod, you need from retro modding this site doesn't have a macro section. I have to search macro. From retro modding, we have a modding board that we can buy, this here. So what this does is this actually switches the audio from having to be at the back of the board to the front. Nothing like an electrical shock from an aluminum shell. It shouldn't happen, Alex. It should not happen normally. But as well as all this, I'm going to get one of my channel partners involved, which is give me a sec here. I'm pulling up their products. I have a standing agreement with a company that basically sends me whenever I want to do a mod their shells. And they make very good shells. Extreme rate. Honestly, like there are I have seen better shells than what they make, but shell-wise, for a decent price, I think they are one of the best. They are one of the best mixes. And basically, I want to get a transparent shell like this for the back of it, because the front plate is going to be the aluminum plate here, but the back of the shell, I want to be one of these transparent shells here. So we're going to get multiple things going here. Now these we won't buy today because I'm going to reach out to them. I'm going to say which shell we want, but we're going to have to decide today what combo of colors we want. Do we want, like, for example, a glacier blue black back with, let's say, a brushed aluminum brass front? You know what I mean? Like, it could be glacier blue at the back, brass at the front. Or we could do, you know, like, we can do any combination, basically. We can do, like, we could just go blue here and we could go blue here. You know, like, you could go blue clear transparent at the back with blue front. We could go blue and silver. That would be nice. We could do blue and purple. The one thing I'm sort of sad is there's no orange, because for, you know, Maple Syrup Gaming, if you look at our logo, like here on my hat, the two main colors are red and orange-ish. I would have liked to do like red and orange to be really Maple Syrup Gaming-ish. But that's what I'm trying to figure out with you guys here tonight. I haven't seen a Rumble pack. I don't think I've seen a Rumble mod for that. Yeah, I do remember the robot in the 80s from Rocky that brought the food and drinks in Rocky 3 when it's Rocky 3, right? When he's about to fight Mr. T. Yeah, it's Rocky 3. So let's see what people are saying. We go purple silver. So you would say purple back, silver front, I assume? Or silver back, I assume, right? Because I don't think there's a silver back. Unless you're talking about clear. Silver gold. Brass and red. Scarlet and violet. Yeah, we could go red purple. That would be like a red back, purple front. But there's a lot of choices. Brass and red. You are right that if we go red back and the closest to orange is brass. It's not orange, but it's mapley, and you are maybe red, right, Wild One. I know what you guys think. Brass front, red back. And it's not because it's maybe my favorite color combination, but it's closest we can get to the colors of Maple Syrup Gaming. I know what you guys are thinking about that. How would you guys feel? Yeah, red front, blue black. I know Chris M, man. I know Chris M. Brass red. We have Champ goes saying brass red. We have... I know red blue. Like, I thought red blue is like killer Pokemon, one way or the other. It's even the colors of Superman, let's be honest. I love Superman. The D-pad buttons, you are right. Because we do get replacement D-pad buttons here, but you're right that I don't feel... Well, it depends. If we go with... Because here, these shells come with replacement buttons. Right? Screen lens for DSL. Console not included, obviously. Yeah, full set of buttons. So theoretically, if we go with red brass, we would get the red buttons in there too, with the red D-pad. If not, honestly, I'm like, I don't care. We can order different buttons. Like Boxy Pixel makes if we go into the Game Boy Advance buttons, like I really don't care. We could order. Even retro modding makes buttons, but I'm feeling like if we go, I'm sort of liking the idea now of brass at the front, red at the back, red buttons. You think the buttons will suck? Yeah, that is what I'm scared. Honestly, the back I don't really care because the back isn't functional in the sense that as long as it holds the stuff together. Brushed aluminum buttons. You are maybe right, my friend. You are maybe right, my friend. I think it's... No, we need DS buttons. We need DS buttons. We need DS buttons. Who makes DS buttons? I saw DS buttons somewhere. Give me a sec. Is it them that makes DS buttons, perhaps? You are right. I'm going to look into the buttons after you, because I can order the buttons separately, but... I just don't see where are the buttons. Hold on, we have to find, because they have to be buttons that are compatible with this size of opening, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's not the same buttons on a DS and an advanced. Like if you look at the buttons, if you look closely, like I don't know if you guys can see, the buttons on the advanced are like double sized. They're like twice as wide as the DS Lite. I'm not sure that's going to cause as many issues because the standard way of doing the mod is to put the brushed aluminum front on the original shell from the DS. Like when you get it, that's what it is. I am going to get the glass screen, by the way, for the front here, the Game Boy Macro glass screen. That is a definite. It's just now the buttons. You guys have made me. You guys have really made me question myself on where I can get buttons that would be compatible. And I'm looking here. I don't see Mac, Game Boy. I don't see DS buttons. Because they don't have a DS site. Because I know these guys make some crazy buttons. There's even some backlit kits from Retro Modding. So if you want to backlit like any Game Boy, they have kits for that. And you have like kits for Game Boy Advance buttons. Like when I wanted to do the mod for the Game Boy Color. Hold on. You know what? Worst comes to worst, because I have a lot of DS buttons. By the way, I already have a lot of DS buttons. I could look at my drawer of DS buttons, and we can just test out to see what's good. Because I have original DS buttons a ton, because I've done this mod a ton of times, and I've switched the buttons on a regular basis. So we could try out a ton of different buttons. Yeah, I can use, that's what I was gonna say. We could put the black buttons from this in there. Like that would work. That is guaranteed will work. I just get the idea that you might want colored buttons. And honestly, these are replacement blue buttons, and they're actually pretty decent. And if I look through my drawer, because I have multiple DSs, I might have some white buttons. I might have, because like the DSs did have different colored buttons depending on what color the DS was. I might have different colored buttons. So I think we're not going to go crazy on the buttons right now. But I want to know, are we like, obviously I know you guys, like, I want you to give your opinion, but what are you guys thinking of brass front, red back? Let me just go here, create a poll really quick. Brass front, red back. What do you think? And then basically we'll do the mod on stream within the next month. Who's saying no? I imagine Bear is saying no. That's why I said Bear is definitely the one saying no. Honestly, this is really interesting, by the way, guys. They now make shells for the original NES controller. I used to have to paint my shells. Because I know I modded a lot of NES controllers to give them LEDs. Like I do LED mods like from scratch for retro NES controllers, original NES controllers, and they now make freaking shells. You have no idea how much work this would have cut out if I had them. If I had these when I made those. Because I used to have to spray paint the freaking shell, like original shells. Champ Dancer says yes on top of it, so an extra yes. I'm going to end the poll. We're going to see what's up. How many votes? 5 votes. 3 yes, 2 no. Yeah, but I would buy crappy NES controllers. I went to pawn shops and I bought like controllers that they had extra that like the buttons weren't working and all kinds of stuff, and I would basically put them back into shape. So that's what I would do. And I would just add in LED mods. I probably still have a few. If you give me like 10 seconds, if anyone wants to see, give me 10 seconds. I have so number one, the first controller that this one doesn't have an LED mod, but I think you guys can all recognize this is an original NES controller that basically, hold on, I'll put it back on the big screen. I made like a Mega Man NES controller because I'm a Mega Man fan. Now, I did make a version of this NES controller that had LED light ups. They lit up blue. No, they lit up red. But I gave it away. I gave it to a friend of mine who was moving away, and it was his going away present. I gave him a custom-made NES controller with the LED light up buttons here, like this controller here. Now, this is not maybe the best controller I have, but it's the one that was closest. This is like my Mario Fire controller. So it has like at the back, it has the Mario Fire flower. And basically, these are clear buttons, and the D-pad and the buttons light up like LED. The problem is it has to be plugged into an actual NES to work. show the LEDs. And where's my closest NES? It's over there. Can I get it to the camera? That is the question. Yeah, it's a blue spray paint. Yeah, the all the colors that you see on the controllers are spray painted. I would basically spray paint and then basically put a clear coat over it to protect it. Like I said, it used to take me hours and hours and hours to do these. I actually wanted to do one on the channel, and it was so difficult and so hard to film what I was doing that I just dropped it halfway through because it was like impossible to film. Like trying to film it, it was like a nightmare. A nightmare, totally. Give me a sec. I will try and plug this one in. Do I have actually a... No, I don't. Dang it. Okay, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug it in, take a picture, and then put it on the screen. Give me a sec. It's gonna take 10 seconds. That'll be the most efficient way. I'm back, guys. I am back. Give me a second. I'm just going to email it to myself and I'll show you guys the picture. Because honestly, trying to get the NES controller to the camera was going to be like impossible. Come on, come on. There we go. Okie doke. Let's check this out. Let me see. So we will go like so. So basically that's what it looks like when it's lit up. So it looks like so. The clutter on the left. I'll show you. Like I said, I've said it. I will do a tour and you will see all the clutter combined. Like there is a ton of clutter. I keep the section that you guys see on camera relatively clean, but you will see that there are tons of piled up garbage all around the room. I did do one quickly on a different stream, but basically that's what happens with the light up controllers. So when you plug them into your NES, you turn your NES on, the LEDs automatically turn on, and I would do them in a variety of colors. So I could do it like I had blue, red, green, purple, pink. I could do a variety of colors like that in the LEDs, but it was a hard mod. Like I'll be honest with you guys, it's not. It's like it was a shitty mod to do. The only thing is it doesn't take any power. It powers directly from the controller itself. So basically, the way I modded it is that it doesn't change the controller's function at all. Everything works exactly the same, and it's powered directly from the NES. There's no on-off button or anything. I could have put an on-off button for someone who would be like, oh, I don't want it always lit up. But in my mind, I'm like, if you're making a controller like this, it's because you're going to want it on. So yeah, That's what I used to do a lot of this stuff, but over time I've done less and less because I just don't have the time anymore. But I like just messing around with my stuff. So we are going to try to do a couple of these things live on stream. We are going to try to make our DS Lite, and if everything goes well and that stream goes well and you guys like it, we will come back and we will do a Game Boy Color. And actually, Game Boy Color, and another one that I have never done, the only one I have never done that I do want to do is a Game Boy Pocket. I've actually never done the IPS screen in a Game Boy Pocket, because where I live, the hardest one to find is the Game Boy Pocket. Yeah, 5 volt, exactly. So it's all about, like, I had to do the math on how many basically how many LEDs I was putting in versus do I need a like a resistor or whatnot. But luckily most LEDs, since I was putting in 3 LEDs, most colors don't need a resistor. It'll just affect somewhat how bright it turns on. I actually have 2 Game Gears. I have 2 Game Gears that I need to mod. I have 2 broken Game Gears. Now, both these Game Gears need a cap kit. If you guys don't know what it is, a cap kit is a cap kit, or I would have to do the IPS mod, but it's extremely expensive. The IPS screens for Game Gears are extremely expensive, but both these Game Gears work. But if you turn them on, there's no more backlit on the screen because the capacitors are bad. Because basically, these used actual chemical capacitors, and over time, the capacitors go bad. And what the capacitors do is they give I'm sort of dumbing it down, but they give the power needed for the screen to light up, for the backlights to light up. And since the capacitors are bad, if you turn it on, if you put a game in and you turn it on and you start turning the screen in different angles, you'll eventually be able to see the image, but there's absolutely no backlit on it. But because these screens were meant to be backlit, it's worse than a Game Boy. Like, you can't just shine a light on it and play. You need them. You need to do a cap kit to be able to play these. But both of them are functional. They just don't have good capacitors anymore. I picked these up like super cheap because the person thought they were completely dead. But when I tried them out with some batteries, I could see the image. So I was like, oh man, it's just a cap kit swap. The only problem is the capacitors are super cheap. It's like $5 for a capacitor change, but it's about, I would say, 3 to 4 hours of work. And there's like a 40% failure rate. Like, if you mess up one capacitor, one little soldering point, it's almost impossible to find out which one you messed up, and you've basically got to rip them all out and start over again. So it's like it's a super annoying mod to do. Flux capacitor, definitely. 1.31 gigawatts? No, 1.23 gigawatts. What is it? I always forget the exact. It's how many gigawatts for the flux capacitor? 1.21 gigawatts. Yeah, it's high. It's high. And I mean, and that's even like, even experienced modders will most likely fail. Like, 40% is the average. If you're super experienced, you'll still fail like 25% of the time probably and have to restart. Unless you're extreme, like I imagine there are people that are extremely experienced out there that could maybe make it better, but I would be like somewhere close to the 40. I'm a decent modder, but I'm not going to pretend that I'm like a super experienced one. And everything I've learned on the fly doing it. But yeah. Honestly, I could try to find a good Back to the Future scene for the next deepfake. That would be... I can try to find it for tomorrow morning. The only thing is tomorrow morning's video has to come out quick, and I don't have a lot of time to make it. It's already half done, but I do have to get it out, like, on time. Tony Stark level mod, exactly. We need Iron Man in here. We need Jarvis, actually. If I had Jarvis to help me, we'd be good. But yeah, guys, so okay, so we're gonna go with the... Look, we're gonna go with the red and the brass front. I'm gonna order the parts. We're gonna get that going, and we are going to meet up probably mid-October. If ever there's a mishap and I cannot make it for mid-October, the backup plan is guaranteed at my birthday. My birthday is beginning November, and I took the full week off for only content creation and streaming. Okay, so I took a full week off, and it's okay with work now. I said I would come back with it. It's okay with work. Full week off, beginning November. I want to stream on a like almost semi-daily basis and make content on a semi-daily basis. Obviously, I might alternate between the two, streaming and content creation. Yeah, I know those October 3rd deals ending very soon. I know. That's why I really wanted the video out today, so that you'd have an extra day to pick up the October 3rd deals. But work is what it is, so I had to put extra time there. So that's what it is. Most likely, my birthday is the November 7th. I don't mind. Like my birthday is November 7th, and whichever week it falls in, that's the week I have off. I don't have a calendar in front of me, but like if the 7th is the Tuesday, well, I'm off from the Monday to the Friday. You know what I mean? Like I took basically the week where my birthday's in off. Quick, Marty, it's time for eShop deals. Yeah, I've got to find a good scene where you see their faces from the front, because that's the toughest part, guys. The part with a deepfake is you have to see the front of the face clearly for a decent amount of time, or else it's really tough to get the deepfake going. That's the issue why sometimes I can't do some scenes, by the way. It's not because I don't want to, it's not because it wouldn't be an awesome scene. And what really messes up the deepfake is if the face is upside down. I know it's weird, but actually I found a way to fix that. But it's a workaround and takes a little bit of extra work. But like, you know, the Arnold scene from Predator that I do, I cut out the part where he's like on the ground saying, "Get to the chopper," because I wanted to say, "Get to the deals," instead of "Get to the chopper." But the problem is that in that scene, his face is upside down and the deepfake doesn't work because of that. However, what I discovered, what I was not smart enough to do right away is that if I take the Arnold scene in Adobe and I flip it around, I do the deepfake on it, and then in the final product, I re-flip it around after the deepfake, it works. You know what I mean? Like, so basically, the scene's upside down, I flip it forwards, do the deepfake on it, then flip it back after the deepfake is done. It freaking works. So I have to redo it. Oh man, that would be freaking awesome, Alex. That would be awesome. I don't know if I'll have time to do that one for tomorrow, but get ready, Bear. You're going to see The Rock giving the smack down to the Xbox logo. Yeah, I know. I just flipped. Thank you, Danny. It took me hours to think about it, and you were like, just flip the video, bro. And I'm like, I'm an idiot. I should have flipped the video. But it's all good, guys. Hey, thank you so much, guys, for showing up. I hope you had fun tonight. We got to see Tunic. Honestly, I thought it was going to work worse than this. I thought the performance was going to be worse than it was. To me, it feels like a very playable game. Is it the best version? No, but if you want to play it in handheld as normal, why not? But seriously, overall, I think that it's a decent port. I just wish we could have gotten to a boss fight so I could have seen if those slowdowns are very hard. But yeah. Copyright, we have to call it snack down. Exactly, just to protect the copyright. Give it a snack down. So thank you guys so much for showing up to stream. I do have to end this because my wife is going to kill me. It's almost 9 o'clock. But hope you guys had fun. We're going to see each other for some more gaming. It will next weekend. Oh, just in case you guys were wondering, I'm leaving for New York before I can stream next week. Okay, guys? So I'm so sorry. Tomorrow, next week, there will not be a stream. I know I've almost never missed a week, but next week there will not be a stream unless I'm able to do a random stream before Friday. But next week, because I'll be in New York, there won't be a stream. But after that, we're back to normal. And when I get back from New York, I do have a couple of days off extra. Maybe we'll do a special stream then. Okay, guys? Have a great evening. Thank you so much for showing up. And as usual, I hope I'll see all of you in my next video.